The Truth in Sequence, Volume 9, by Deldris Morvain. Taken from the Sermons of Deldris Morvain, 4th Tourbillon to the Mainspring Everwound. By the word, I wind the gears. The Mainspring Everwound values craft above all things. She who shapes and assembles, he who conceives and creates. These are the true children of the clockwork god. Your labors need not wear and hiss like the sublime clockworks of Sothasil. The brush, the auger, the tongs, the needle, each and each may honor the Father of Mysteries, so long as they speak his truth. And what is his truth, child of Set? Perfection only? No. Hear the words in sequence. Simple precision is naught but the shadow of virtue. Even a faithless smith may fashion the blade with the keenest edge. The perfect sphere, the clearest glass, the truest angle. All fall short of his favor. Only through the purest incongruities and greatest doubts do we earn his blessing. You must think with the thrice-folded mind. You must gaze upon the unsequence. No mortal may grasp the unsequence fully. We see the edges only, the liminal truths. For some, the unsequence brings despair. Others look upon it with a child's bewilderment. But for the precious few, the nameless explorers, this thin ray of understanding may serve as the bridge of infinite curve, the walking wheel. Know this, Ash Child. Only the intrepid mind may walk this path. For you see, the nameless soul is the tightrope walker that strides in circles only. Below and aside waits the gaping maw of Sheogorath's lie. Ahead and above waits Tamriel Final, Anu Vanassi. I hear your cries, child of Set. How does one walk the wheel? You ask. Here lies a nameless truth. Just as no wrench fits all bolts, no walk fits all souls. For the sculptor, it may mean an angle inverted, or a form transposed, an abandonment of the named resemblance and an embrace of the abstract. For the scholar of maths, it could require half-mad theorems, rooms of cubic numbers and functions only imagined. For the inventor, it may demand a tool without any known use, or an answer machine that prints only questions. Craft perfected, and use obscure. This is the surest path to Tamriel Final, Anu Vanassi. The Truth in Sequence, Volume 10, by Deldris Morvain. Beware blind reverence for the old, child of Set. The oil of antiquity often fuels the future. Those who ignore the counsel of our blessed ancestors do so at their peril. But not all ruins hide wisdom within their shattered halls. Some ruins are dark and barren places. Unsteady graves for lies and curses, resting places for bent axles, stripped bolts, and the bitter silence of inertia. In the time before our fathers' rise, old and feeble knowledge ruled the hearts of Mer. The children of Ash entered their ancestral tombs not in search of truth, but in search of truth's corpse. They saw their forebears not as proud and vigorous guides, but as wheezing, toothless ghosts, guardians of the musty and derelict engines that fools call deep wisdom. You must smash these old machines, child of Set. The past does not rust upon the scrap pile. It hurtles toward the Mainspring Everwound's glorious and multi-angled future, whipped by the scorching tongues of our honored forebears. Ever do their words and deeds grease the wheels of the Nirn ensuing. Ever do they weld the seams of Tamriel Final, Anu Vanassi. But alas, even now, stewards of the old feed aged truth to those who would listen. They are the daughters and sons of Sidge, who crouch like gargoyles over musty tomes, faces hidden beneath frayed and graying robes. They counsel caution, temperance, and equanimity, ancient virtues of the fading Nirn prior. Even so, the father of curiosity calls them friends. With a god's patience, he teaches them. With a father's love, he guides them, all in the hopes that one day they may see the deepest truth of the old, that we must banish our feeble ghosts and give their memory new life. Through their thrice-folded mind, toothless gears cannot be repaired. They must be melted and reforged. So it is with our people's truth. None will deny that the daughters and sons of Sitch wield great power. Like our clockwork city, their Isle of Artaeum glides between what is and what may be. Like our clockwork apostles, they study, strive, and create. But power without an infinite future's courage is like an empty boiler, infused with fierce heat, but producing no steam. Woe upon those who recoil from Tamriel Final, Anu Vanassi. The will of the clockwork god turns such cowardice to slag. But rejoice, the father of mystery's affection proves the Sitch's worth. One day these lost spellweavers will heed the words of the divine metronome and seek the true and noble change, the Aratagnafir. On that day we shall embrace them not as friends, but as brothers and sisters. By the word, I wind the gears.